of my sons don't like Lake Orion as far as what it offers for young people. It doesn't really offer a lot for adolescents or young adults.
And I think Chris was always looking for something a little bit bigger. Big cities was what he wanted.
He kind of looked at Lake Orion, I think, as not as a bad place per se, but not very culturally hip.
That's the mystery of it all. Lake Orion's bland and boring, and I don't know, Chris found a little bit of spice in it, I suppose.
When Christopher was little, sometimes I used to get alarmed at his work.
Even when he was 6, it was unbelievable and creepy looking.
He would do like gory, gutsy animals, and they would have these most angelic faces.
I took some to work one time and showed some people, and they said, "Oh my God, your son has a problem."
It'd be like a contrast between purity and violence together. And I used to think, what in the world is going on in this child's head?
He's just got a real good imagination, and he's very creative.
Then I asked somebody who knew about these things, which Christopher didn't know, and he told me that he was very well adjusted.
I just draw the things that I draw because I have fun drawing weird creatures and, you know, things like that. I mean, I don't know how much they're really saying about my inside personality.
I've got one piece at work that I put on my desk, and it's really neat. It's like this weird thing pulling something else through his head. I'm really proud of it because he's really great.
He drew 2 strips, and they're outstanding, but we couldn't run them because they were kind of a little too racy for a college newspaper, whatever.
I've started probably like 50 different comics, but I can't get past the second page usually because I just get too bored. I created this in a woodshop class at college. I wanted to make something, it was a character that you could open up the hinges and you could see his guts inside. Yeah, my dad actually carves all sorts of animals out of wood with chainsaws and stuff. I think that's pretty awesome. I think it's cool that he has a passion right now.
He's always been a little unconventional. He didn't like to walk to the beat of the way everybody else did it.
He never liked it if somebody else started doing something the way he did it. He would always change it. Went right down to his music, which he reflects now in his music. He does really abstract music.
So we decided to get our friends together and basically make various bands, which all consisted of the same 5 people, but each band had like its different style, its own uniqueness to it.
My favorite band that he had was Prosthetic Limbs.
That was our first music project where I actually went out and performed.
I had a band, Too Sassy For You, and our first show was in this kid Pablo Balderas' basement, and I invited my brother and the Prosthetic Limbs to come and play down there too. And keep in mind that these are all like jocks down there and like Lake Orion typicals that, you know, haven't seen anything outside of Channel 7 News.
You know, we were really into hardcore music at the time, and we just wanted to start a band where we could just freak out and have fun.
It was like just last week, he was just in some like auto store or something like that, and the dude working behind the counter was at that show in Lake Orion. He's like, "Oh man, I totally remember you. You were in that awesome kick-ass band. You guys were so awesome. You just totally influenced my life." He's just like freaking out, like he loved it.
Because there really is a legacy in Lake Orion High School cult following for Chris Pottinger. I'm not even kidding.
First of all, I think that's a ridiculous statement, but if that's like, if people are like talking about what I'm doing, that's awesome. That's really exciting to me because I want people to check out what I'm doing.
I know that there's actually one girl that wanted to be interviewed for this, Sarah Mashenzi. She's like, I used to think she stalked Chris, and her and all her friends think that he's just like the hottest guy and like the coolest kid and whatnot.
I downloaded Chris's music off his website, and he also gave me a Cotton Museum CD.
I'd like those people that actually talk to me, because that's half the fun of creating stuff, is, you know, talking about that with somebody else.
We got together with a little condenser mic and my little bass guitar and a little tape recorder, and basically just made ramblings and noises and stuff like that and recorded it.
You know, I just always I was really interested in sci-fi movies and the music in those movies.
This is a theremin. It makes electronic sounds. They used them a lot in movies in the 60s for like sci-fi films, for UFO noises and stuff. I use this a lot when I play.
And I think from there he kind of got interested in it and learn more about different types of noises and where noises come from, and rewiring equipment.
It just surprised me that people are using toys that you see every day at thrift stores for a quarter to make really weird sounds, and it was just stuff that I'd never heard before.
Starting up the Cotton Museum project, it was sort of because I knew what I wanted to do, and you know, I have ideas for doing the artwork for the CDs, and I have ideas for what I want to do with the sounds on the CDs, and I guess just sometimes I feel like I just want total control over the project, so that's why I just started that going solo.
I don't really understand this particular music.
I believe my mom said, "Why is he making those screeching noises? I don't understand. This is supposed to be music."
Haven't really heard a whole lot of it. I keep asking him to give me a CD, but he won't do it.
Most people that I make listen to it want to turn it off after a few seconds.